Am I live? Hello and welcome. Okay, yes. I think I am live. So, someone just let me know about the sound. Is the music too loud? Am I clear? Hello, guys. So you have Watch Geeks. Hello. Miss Venus. Woo. John. Aries. Leon. Sarah. Tatiana. And I think that's it. I will get to questions, but can someone just let me know the sound? Yes. Is the music too loud? Is the music okay? I just like to check the sound first because I have had people say the music is a bit too loud, so I don't want to, put anyone off or make it a bit difficult for you to hear me. Okay, so we have a lot of people in already. I think mostly saying hi at the moment. Hey Venus, I hope you're well and sounds like you had a great time at Stonehenge. Yes, and the video of Stonehenge will be up tomorrow probably. It was absolutely amazing. I had a wonderful time. I visited Stonehenge, a crop circle, and Avebury standing stones. So I'll be posting a video of that. But yes, it looks like we will get pretty much right into questions. Really nice to see you here, Sarah. Yeah, and if I talk a bit strange, I lessened the amount of tarot readings this month because of my braces, and it is a little bit difficult for me to talk. I'm not really doing great, so just excuse me if I have to repeat myself and things like that, or stutter or anything like that. It's a little bit strange. I really can't get used to it, but it's for the best. So, but I do want to get right into questions. I just want to explain a few things, so just bear with me with the braces, okay, guys? If you are new, it looks like we may have some new people in here at the moment. Oh, I thought I saw someone new. Yajni? I don't know. I can never pronounce these names, these YouTube names. Yes, welcome if you are new. Please do subscribe. So I do free crystal ball and tarot usually every week. I will be going back to every week, even though it feels really strange. I do feel like I can speak to you guys. So yes, so the crystal ball and tarot is going to continue to be every week now, as well as the extra streams. So the extra streams like past life reading, starseed reading, and all of that. They will be alongside weekly crystal ball. So let's get right into it. I'm always very behind anyway, really sorry guys. So I think the first question is from Woo. Okay, am I going to move when my lease is up? Let's check. It looks most likely. It looks most likely that you will, but there is a slight possibility that you will not as well. Like a very small, not very prominent path. So everyone's just being really nice, saying hi. If you're asking how I'm doing, I am doing well and doing okay. Just difficult to get used to these braces. So, I almost blocked someone then. Jan, what's Arcaden's current thoughts and feelings towards me? that strong attraction is really coming through. It's still there. It's very vibrant. Your external energies really match one another. So yeah, so a lot of attraction. That's kind of like his feelings, his emotions. He feels connected, attracted. He feels kind of almost as if he's in a relationship a little bit at times when he speaks to you. So there's a little bit of thinking about that there. So thoughts, this is in thought, isn't it? So he does think a little bit like when he feels like you're his girlfriend, he kind of thinks about, well, that feels good. You know, he does think about that quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look like there's much in the way of negative thought or anything like that. A little bit of hesitance, but I wouldn't really say doubt or anything like that, anything negative. It looks quite good. It looks quite on track, quite happy. So that was for Jan. Watch Geeks, a bit more communication from my POI, have missed calls and going to try to call her tomorrow. Do you see any other guys to worry about? How is she feeling? Intentions see me. Could you draw a card too? Okay, so let's do the questions first. So a bit more communication. I feel like it's coming together, but it's not exactly aligned. You know, like you have a missed call and then you try and you don't get through. It's very, very misaligned. I feel like the manifestation and the connection is kind of like trying to get there, you know, really trying to get aligned and on track, and it's kind of like missing a little bit, but it's really trying. So that's one thing that I kind of feel like when you send messages and things like that. So do you see any other guys to worry about? So let's do that. No, I don't. How is she feeling and her intentions towards me? There's regret and doubt, which is quite strong actually. So it's kind of overpowering the positive feelings, but there is some positive feelings there. There's a little bit of like desire. There's attraction, but it's a very kind of. It's kind of different to like when I was talking about Jan. When I was talking about Jan and Caden and that attraction there, it's very different. It's kind of like, it's not like I'm not saying she's not physically attracted to you, but the attraction's very much like she really feels like she needs you there. She needs your like presence, your energy, your physical being, you know, with her. Like a really great longing kind of thing. Quite, you know, like it's quite deep, as opposed to just a kind of a physical attraction kind of thing. And that's not to say, Jan, that you don't have a deep connection with Caden. It's just the attraction that I pick up a lot of the time is that those external energies, those kind of shallow, you know, you look nice. Okay, so just people confirming that the sound's okay, that is great. Aries, okay. After my conversation with my person, telling him to come find me when he's ready. After my conversation with my person, telling him to come find me when he's ready for an official commitment and giving me the title that I've been waiting for. Do you still see him giving me the title I want? Okay. Yes, it still seems quite set on the path. It still seems like the most prominent path at the moment. So, you guys can take that path. It seems like the most prominent path at this moment. Great moments of like emotion and decisions can kind of change which path we are going on. But when I say the most prominent path, it's the most likely thing to happen. So it still looks very prominent. Tatiana, am I on the right path? Okay. Just confirm with me at the end that you did like receive your answers and things like that, because I know I'm very far behind because of me blabbing on about like the races and things like that. But we have Tatiana. I scroll way past it now. Okay, am I on the right life path? Okay, so I know that I have felt this kind of chaotic energy around you before. So you are on the right path, but it's kind of like, it's really funny with like this human life and things like that, is when you have so there are things that are set on a path that need to happen, and there are the things that we can like control and change, and like, you know, we can use our spell work and things like that, manifest, but there are things that are set on the path, and when there's two things like here and here set on the path, it doesn't really matter which route you take, because you're going to end up, you could go straight, you could go all swirly, but you are going to get to the next point. So yes, you're on the right path, but it is a transformation path. It's a transformative path. And you have a directional guardian with you at the moment. Feels familiar, so I don't know if I did say this before, but you have a directional guardian who's kind of overseeing that you get to that point, basically, safely, you know, and in a positive way, trying to make sure you get on like the higher vibration path. So just in case there is anyone new in the stream, I know they may be gone because of how long I take, but if you are new, it's free. You can ask as many questions as you like, as long as you're giving other people a turn. I tend to go on for at least 3 hours, so you do have plenty of time. But it is a lot about patience. It's free. You know, you're getting a free reading. You can ask as many questions as you want. But yes, it just takes a little bit of time sometimes. And there I am, just being like super slow. So I'm just going to double check. So we have some Facebook messages. So if people are not comfortable with putting their full name or date of birth in the chat, they message in Facebook Messenger or email. So of course, read the banner at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, if you want privacy, just email or send through Facebook. It's absolutely fine. I won't read anything you don't want me to read. So we have Shaylee. What are this person's current emotions towards me, please? Okay. So Shaylee, if you're still here. If you are here. Oh gosh, yes. Okay, I'll do this question. What are his feelings and emotions towards me? Okay, so there's a mixture of emotions there. There's a mixture of emotions, but it seems like mostly positive. It seems like there's kind of a... It seems like there's kind of a really deep connection. Like you have known this person before, been with this person before, kind of thing. Yeah, that's strange that comes through. But yeah, it seems like there's mostly, thank you for saying you're here, there's mostly like positive emotions there. You know, like deep down, there's like this great positivity. But really does feel like there is a kind of a deeper level of connection here, like a soul family kind of connection. So I don't know if that resonates with how you're feeling with this person, but yeah, that's how it feels. The emotions feel a little bit mixed. Like there could be hesitance there, or there could be something like doubt, something that's just a little bit dense there. But mostly there's a lot of positivity there. There's a lot of positivity and that deep connection that I said. It seems very... It's not like a romantic, like a deep, like a twin flame or anything like that. I mean, it could be. I'm not saying that's not, but the feeling I'm getting is like it's just a really strong connection that has lasted for our lifetimes. It doesn't really feel like twin flame. It doesn't feel really chaotic. Sometimes in a twin flame connection, we go through the ups and downs. So there could be a little bit of a level period, and I could be picking up on that. But to me, it doesn't seem like twin flame this time. Hi, sorry, Shweta. Hi, dear. Did my ex mother-in-law do any black magic on me and my family? Okay, so this is something that I deal with a lot. Removing black magic, doing cleanses, banishing entities, home cleanses. So I am filming my home cleanse video on Sunday. So I'll just give some little tips, some little sigils, oils, things that you can do to cleanse in the house that are very, very simple. I'm going to video that. It's going to be in my mum's house, my mother's house, and she has only just moved in. It looks very old-fashioned. She's going to do it up. It's all like wooden floors, and there's nothing really there. But yes, I'm going to do a home cleanse and I will show you a video. So sorry, going off on a tangent there, I do tend to do that. So Shweta, did my ex-mother-in-law do any black magic? Okay, this is very awful, but it does happen. Yes, there are psychic attacks, and some, yes, look intentional. So it's very interesting because sometimes people do psychic attacks just because they have this really intense emotion of like negativity and jealousy, and they just kind of like direct it at you, and it's kind of subconscious. But we do also have purposeful psychic attacks. Of course, that is using magic. Some people do that using things like astral projection. But yes, it does look like there was some of that. I'm very sorry to say, Shweta. So now I'm just on TikTok for some reason. Let's get back to YouTube. Sorry, guys. So yes, please refer to Leon in the chat if you need any more information than was on the banner. Please read the banner if you are new. So yes, I'm very far behind now, but I did those Facebook questions. Do let me know that you got that. Okay, so now we're up to Sarah. What's Richard been up to this week? He's been really quiet. Hopefully he's been busy sorting his stuff out and with his mates to move into mine this month. And what is he currently thinking and feeling about me? Okay, let's see what he's been doing. Okay, so there is a lot of kind of resting, a little bit of gaming, a little bit of kind of watching something. I also get like I can just smell like tobacco as well, kind of feeling like I'm there. So there's some smoke there, there's someone that smokes there. So there's been some resting. So there does seem to have been some kind of, I don't know where that's gone off. There does seem to have been some kind of work being done as well. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if that's like an odd job or something like that. But there does seem to be some work going on there. There doesn't seem to be movement on moving in at this time. He seems to have taken a little bit of a step back from that, but he has spoken about it to a friend in a kind of how do I say it? Not a great mood, like really not in a great mood. Yeah, talking a little bit about not wanting to be where he is to the friend as well. So there's been talk about it, but it doesn't really seem like there's been much action. But hopefully within this talk, he's asked, to help with moving or something like that, because there's been talk. And then you also said, what's he currently thinking or feeling about you? Yes, okay. So at this moment, how is Richard currently feeling about Sarah? There's a bit of like a kind of humour coming through. So like this kind of happy, like laughing coming through. So I don't know why that is. But there's also still that really, really deep connection. Those external energies that just match up and align. Those kind of energies that attract you, that those magnets that keep him coming back all of the time. That's still really, really strong. So it does look a little bit like communication's going to pick up as well. That's kind of coming through as well. Communication's going to pick up a little bit as well. And he's going to be a little bit, there's a relief of something. So I'm not 100% on what that thing is, but it seems like there's a relief of something. And then there's a bit more positivity, a bit more communication. But there's some kind of like relief coming in his life. Yeah, I did go off on a tangent a little bit there, but that's kind of what's coming through. And I think it's important sometimes to see how it's moving forward in the future. Aries, how is he feeling now that we had that conversation? Is he thinking about giving me a commitment? Okay. Yes. So there is kind of, it's like you've kind of triggered like a thought process about it. It always seems kind of like, I say it always seems because like I read for you a couple of times, but it always seems like there is this moment where it happens and it's like set on the path. But I suppose you're kind of like triggering, instigating those kind of feelings and thoughts within him, because they do seem to be there, whereas it always kind of seemed to be just this thing that was happening on the path. But yes, more thought about it now. Contemplating. Tatiana, what thoughts and feelings does Maxim have around me? He is Taurus, I'm Pisces. Yesterday I subscribed to his Instagram. He reciprocated. What thoughts and feelings? Okay. Intrigue and attraction. That's what's coming up. Intrigue and attraction. So kind of wanting to know a little bit more and a little bit of attraction there as well. It's quite subtle, but it is there. Risha, I decided to choose MBA. Will I be able to get desired college or will I have to go for private college? It looks most prominent to be private, but there is some leniency. There's some possibility. There's a little small path that you can take. Yeah, so you could kind of put that in your like manifestations if you do any manifestations yourself, any meditations and things like that. It does look like there's a possibility there if that's what you want. I remember that Watch Geeks asked for a love card, I think, and I didn't do it. Was it Watch Geeks? I can't remember now. I'm pretty sure it was. If you ask for anything and I didn't do it because I just rambled on, just repost it, and I will do it. So if you're new, please do refer to the banner at the bottom of the screen, refer to Leon's comments in the chat, and refer to the description. The description should say enough. So Tatiana, as a child we played together, but in conscious growth, and now we do not communicate. There's also a distance. Okay. So yeah, so that could be like that kind of very deep, like long connection, because you like knew each other as a child, if that's what you mean. So Shaylee, you said you didn't necessarily feel romantic feelings with him. Has he lost any romantic feelings for me? Okay, that's very interesting. So when I kind of like look into the feelings and thoughts and emotions and things like that, it's always what's like most prominent at this time. So when there's a very deep inner connection where you have shared like lifetimes and things like that together, that does come through, and that's what I'm saying. So it's not that there isn't attraction in this lifetime, it's just that it doesn't seem like you could have been friends or family or something like that in the past life, where you were together. That's all I'm saying. It's not necessarily always like the twin flame connection where it's usually romantic. It's usually you end up being like in a romantic connection. So it's not to say that there isn't romantic feelings now in this lifetime. It just seems like a very deep kind of connection that goes a little bit beyond the physical, the just like external attraction kind of thing. But that doesn't mean that there isn't external attraction and romantic feelings for you in now, in the current moment, or when you're together. Yes, you know your twin flame. Yes, so it's interesting. It's interesting when you realize like who they are, because a lot of the time with twin flames, it's the romantic partner. A lot of people just feel like that when they love someone so much, it's their twin flame. I know that my twin flame, it was my twin, my actual twin, because we are two. A soul split into two. So it's really interesting because some people have like a romantic partner as a twin flame, and I has an actual twin as a twin flame. So it's very, very interesting. So thank you, Leon. Yes, guys, if you haven't liked the video already, please do like the video. It helps to boost us up, and we are looking for 500 subscribers. If you're in here and you're new, I do this weekly. It's not always this busy. It depends on the time, so you will get like a quieter stream. But I always stay on and like answer all the questions, so don't worry about that. And it's always going to be free. But yes, if you are new, please subscribe, because we are doing a giveaway when we get to 500 subscribers. And please like the video just to boost it. How is he feeling now? Oh yes, so I did that one. So I think I'm up to Jan now. Why did Caden call me babe yesterday? How did he feel after saying it? Okay, yeah, so that really links into the moments when he feels like you're in a relationship again. And I think that when he's very relaxed around you, when you're having a good conversation, when you're, having a good game or whatever it is, when you're watching something that he really likes, when he really relaxes, he just kind of naturally feels like you're in a relationship together. So I think it would be like that. So he just felt that kind of feeling, that nice relaxed feeling, and he said what he would have said if you were in a relationship. And obviously he does want to be in one, and I think that the amount of time that he's taking is a little bit slow, because he only wants to know that the person he is with is kind of like his forever kind of partner, and I feel like he's kind of decided that you will be. Watch Geeks, someone told me that pendulums get really active in certain cycles. Never try that, but I will at some point. Yes, most stone circles have energetic portals, spiritual portals. So yes, you can do a lot of interesting things around those kind of like ley lines and like chakra points of the earth. And I do tend to travel around to spiritual portals and do some sound healing in these different kind of places. Yes, I can really feel the energy. It's just crazy. Kevin, how will my experience be if I dated A? I'm just going to say, because I just really bad at pronouncing names. It's for my highest interest to date him. What impact my life will have after dating? Okay. Yes, you should have that experience, and it's all about kind of growth and openness and knowing more about yourself. So this person is like a mirror, so they're kind of helping you see little things about yourself that you didn't realize. So they're kind of reflecting things back to you. So what I would say is, even if your kind of communication with this person is short, really take a note of the things that they say. And yeah, because sometimes there's going to be divine guidance through them. So that could be in the form of them showing you something. They could show you a film with a message in it. They could show you, a band or something with some lines or something that really impacts you, influences and inspires. So inspiration. There's inspiration and influence coming through, and some divine guidance coming through from this person. So it seems like it's kind of a growth thing, even if it's very short. Relationships at this time were a little bit chaotic. They can tend to be a little bit short or have issues. Miss Venus, what are Omar's current feelings and thoughts about me? Okay, so again, this intrigue. So intrigue comes up quite a lot, feeling kind of curious to know you a little bit more, if that makes sense. To know what you've been up to, what you're, just to kind of get a little bit deeper into you. So yes, there's intrigue there. And there is attraction. I feel like you have really strong magnetic energies at the moment, and people are kind of attracted to you a lot easier, if that makes sense. So there's going to be more people showing interest in you, but there does seem to be some interest, there's definitely a intention to get to know you on a deeper level. Yeah, so there's intrigue and there's attraction. So yeah, that comes up quite a lot, but that is what's coming through. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Miss Venus, what's the current most prominent path for me in love? A relationship with Omar or someone else coming to my life? Okay, so let's look at this, because it does seem so. There's a prominent path to a relationship with Omar. Okay, there's kind of a prominent path, but the prominent path kind of shows at the moment it shows like a short-lived connection, and then someone else coming in, and it's really funny because this person that comes in, it kind of feels like it's. So most prominently, it's the end of the year or the beginning of next year that this person comes in. That kind of feels like the time frame, and they are, when you get together, it moves super quick. Like, it moves really, really quick. Things move really, really, really quick. But at the moment, it looks like if you do go into a deeper committed relationship with this person, it may be short-lived, so just bear that in mind. It seems like it will kind of last to around like September time, perhaps. So just be aware of that, because that's the most prominent path. Beware of, if you do want to stay in a relationship and it gets to September, beware of like arguments and things really blowing up and things like that, or things are getting in the way, like blocks and things like that. Just beware, because it does look like the most prominent path is that it's quite short-lived. You can get over that if you really try, if you with your intention. Risha, I think, do you see me acing the exam? That's such a nice word that we don't really use. What's the guidance? Okay, so how do I see this exam going? Yes, it looks positive. It looks positive. I think that you need to have a lot of like self-belief in yourself, because you can do it. You have it within you. Yajni, yes, well pronounced. Ooh, I think people say that to me just to be nice. Okay, so where am I up to now? How is the... Oh, Miss Venus asked enough questioning. I think I'm missing things here. Just bear with me while I check the Facebook. Oh my gosh. Just bear with me a second, guys. So if you are new, please do refer to the banner, and please do as well refer to the banner and refer to Leon in the chat. If you have not liked already, please do. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It would mean so much to me to get 500 subscribers. But only subscribe, if you are going to join us. If you enjoy the streams and you like being on here, you like having your questions answered and things like that, please do. I ended the stream for me. You guys can still see it, hopefully. Yes. Oh my. So usually it's just Facebook that's the issue, but sometimes YouTube can play up a little bit as well. Right, really sorry guys, I'm back. I think I'm trying to be back, but it's kind of like blacked out for some reason. Let me just... I think I might have too many things open or something like that. Yeah, I'm not so great at technology, but I'm not terrible. Probably all think that I'm terrible. Okay. So, oh my gosh. So where are we up to? If you leave a message on Facebook, please do let me know. Thank you, Shaylee. Where am I up to here? So, okay. So the furthest I can see up now, I shouldn't leave the YouTube chat, but it went black, so I had to. The furthest I can see up is Leon's message that says, you know, it's free or welcome, all of my my spiel. So I'm up to Jan. How did Caden feel when my friend called him my crush? So that's where I'm up to. If you message before that, please just leave another message, because that's, for some reason, it only lets me scroll up a certain amount if I leave and come back. I won't do that again, okay? But just leave your comments in if you were above that. I don't mean to miss anyone, and I would never do that intentionally, okay? So how did Caden feel when my friend called him my crush? He felt really strange and out of place. He felt like it was a really strange thing to say, and I think that's because of these feelings where he's kind of thinking like that you're his girlfriend and things like that. So to him, it felt kind of weird, and I think it also kind of like triggered that, you know, what should you call each other kind of thing. Like, should you call each other, you know, the crush or boyfriend, girlfriend, something like that. So Sarah, when you're seeing Richard moving his stuff and his car now, if it's changed, will he be helping with the rest of decorating in the house? And what are you seeing on board regarding baby? Is he or she? Okay, so right away, I felt she. I really strongly feel she. Feels like a very feminine energy to me. So I will say she already. It just came through to me as soon as we were talking, really. But yes, will he be helping with the rest of the decorating in the house? Yes, the thing with him is the time that he takes, okay? So he's always going to come back. He's always going to do little bits. It's just that push to really get there, which seems kind of like, at one moment it seems prominent, and then the next moment it doesn't. So the reaction to the baby, at first there is a resistance. There's a kind of, oh my gosh, moment. You know, he does feel it. He does feel like the shock, all of the emotions that come rushing through. And it's kind of like more on the negative side to begin with. Yes, so to begin with. But it does seem like he comes around to it. Yeah. So I don't know if perhaps this situation is perhaps the reason why things might change, because when you tell him, there may be a little bit of, I don't know, you know, it could go either way, because it seems like there's going to be resistance at first, but then, like, you know, kind of leaning into it. So it's really interesting, because it's almost like it could go as a trigger him to do more and come around, or it could kind of trigger him to take more of a step back. But when he does that, it's temporary. Okay, it is temporary. Jan, can I have a love card of your choice, please? Yes, if you asked for a card and I didn't do it, please do re-ask, okay? And if you asked any questions, if you do go up the chat and your question is above where I'm up to, I just can't see it. I'm really sorry. Repost it. So this is the love card for Jan. Okay, so we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Disconnect from the world. But who are you disconnecting with and who you're retreating with? If we look at the picture, it's a couple. Okay, so it's not one person. It's not like go do some inner work, think about yourself, think about your life and work on things, manifest things. It's kind of about becoming that couple, away from others, which is very positive for your situation. With him, being away from others, there needs to be kind of a shift in the social circle, I think. So hopefully you can both retreat together. It'd be very nice. It's very reflective of like these holidays coming up as well, like these meetings and travellings that are coming up. Hello Marie, welcome to the stream. Really hope that you are still here. I do apologise, guys. But yes, if you're new, full name and date of birth before your question. It just helps with accuracy. A lot of the people in the chat are regular and really used to their energy, so they can just ask a question and I can just answer it because I feel like I can connect. But if you are new, it really helps me to just connect, because often we have like YouTube names that aren't our real name. We don't even have a picture. So think about like when you go to a psychic and they're like right next to you, they can feel your energy and get a lot of like things from you. I need a little something to kind of get a little bit of energy from you. But it's okay if you want privacy. If you want privacy, send to my email or Facebook. Just refer to that message. So Marie, I want a love card, so you don't think I did it. Guys, you just kind of have to get used to me blabbing on about things that you've heard a million times. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, okay? So this is very interesting, coming up for you as well. It really does feel like things are improving in your love energies and all of that. So heart-to-heart conversations, deep, meaningful conversations about where things are going, about what you want, things like that coming up. So that's really positive for your situation. Does Anne want to reconcile as a couple? Okay, let's check this. It comes as no at this time, but it does kind of look like this desire for you kind of shifts. It's whatever at the moment, but sometimes there's like regret and kind of wishing you were there. So it kind of like shifts at the moment. It's in the whatever kind of mode. So yeah, that's where you're at the moment. Yajni, will we end up in a committed relationship with Vincent? Do I have your full name and date of birth anywhere? Okay, I'm going to go to the Facebook questions now. I am leaving the YouTube up in the corner so that hopefully the chat stays. I accidentally closed YouTube before. I think that's why the chat went. But I have it up like on the screen. Why I just goes to the chat, so that should be okay. Here we go. So if you're not following Secret Frequencies on Facebook and you have Facebook, please do go to the Facebook and like the page. It would be really nice if one day we got to 1,000 on there. We're not too far off. We could do that. So it's really nice if either YouTube community post or Facebook is a good way to keep up with what kind of streams are happening. So we have Past Life, Starseed, and we have spells. So every month we will do a spell casting. This month is Manifesting Money. So, no, it's not this month, I lied. The beginning of next month is Manifesting Money, okay? So it's going to be really fun. You can put your intentions in there as well. Okay, so you have Watch Geeks. I'll try to call her tomorrow and maybe a check-in reading soon, early next week. Yes, even just a couple of like questions if you want a clarification on something. But yes, please do try to call. I really want that like alignment to happen. Thank you, Jasmine. I'm not going to read that out, but thank you for your intentions. So Jasmine has sent her intentions for the money spell coming up on the 1st of July. Everyone is welcome to be included. If you want your own little candle and little symbol in the spell, you can send me your intentions. So it's things that we want to release and things that we want to manifest and bring in. And I will demonstrate like a simple money spell. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of requests for channeled messages, so I think I'm going to do full stream on that. Okay, so Percy, I'm doing your question now. Is this Lisa going to tell me that she has romantic feelings for me and we become a romantic couple and eventually get married? Okay, let's check. Yes, so there is a path. There's a path with this. There is romantic energies there, and there is a path. There's a clear path where this can happen, and it is over 50%. So it does look like it's quite prominent. Yeah, so it looks like that could happen. It looks quite clear. Quite clear and possible. So there's big possibilities there. Sid, are you still here? Sid. So first you asked me about the clans. So yes to that. And then you asked me about N. Okay, so about feeling, deepening that connection with N. Yes, so I'm going to do that one. Yeah, so it does look like this year. It does look like this year that you're going to deepen that connection, open up a little bit more to the spirit world in a positive way. So you're going to open up to, the spirit guides, positive spirits, release all of that like fear and doubt and worry because it's going to be very positive. But yes, you will this year. Sid, let me know that you got that, because I'm really, really sorry that you have a migraine. That's awful that you feel that way. Sending love, light and blessings. Sending healing energies to you. I'm so sorry that you have a migraine. But I will just ask if you got it. I hope you did stay on for a little while just to get your answer. Yes, it's difficult, Shaylee. It's difficult to let the twin flame go. It's very difficult. It's very emotional. It's it's a big thing. You have a heart chakra crystal bowl. So do I. I have all of them. And I have like coloured lights that I go put in them to make them like light up the colour of the chakra, But yes, I would love to see your one. I would love to see it. I love like sound instruments, obviously. I love like shopping for them. I have tons and tons and tons of them. How accurate is my pendulum? Okay, so I will just talk a little bit about pendulum. When you use a pendulum, if you're unsure, and you're trying to get like what is yes, what is no, I don't know if you use a pendulum mat. It can be a little bit different when you have a mat. So the best way to kind of calibrate the pendulum is to ask questions you already know the answer to. So I would usually do that. And if I get wait until you're getting 3 questions in a row that you already know the answer to and the answer is coming up right. Then you can go ahead and ask your questions. Oh my gosh, Shaylee, I really want to see it. Yes, please send me a picture or a video would be amazing. I would love a video. Yes, I would love a video. Yes, but that's a good way with pendulums. Just ask you get a very clear yes and no. Yeah, so that's really positive. And if you're asking, every now and then just ask a question you already know the answer to. Make sure it's, going the right way. It's going correct. But I really want to see your singing bowl. I want to see it so much. I just have the plain kind of crystal, white ones. Yeah, it's a really funny thing. Sometimes I will be I'll say something really stupid is my shirt purple, and just see what it says. If it says no, I'm okay, I need to do something about this. Yashni, I really appreciate you coming on. I do need your full name and date of birth to answer your questions. Perhaps you left it in the above messages where I cannot see anymore. But please, if you're new, please refer to the banner, refer to Leon in the chat. I need full name and date of birth. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. So it looks like I'm up to Gretel now. Marie Gretel says, Marie, that's great to hear that you're feeling better. Yes, love to hear that people are doing well, overcoming issues. Jan, was Caden actually embarrassed or noticed that he called me babe? I'm not sure if he was aware that he blurted that out or not, so that's why I didn't react to it. When looking into this, I really do feel like it felt natural to him. So I don't really feel like he was embarrassed. I feel like he did notice, and he was kind of taken aback because it felt natural, basically. So it's not really embarrassed. It's kind of whoa. I've been thinking about her, been thinking about the relationship and all that, and I just said that, and it felt kind of natural. So yeah, thinking about it a little bit, taken aback a little bit, more so than embarrassed. Sarah, how does Richard feel about my messages I've sent him about me being fed up with him hardly texting or asking how our son is? I told him he needs to step up and be here more. I really, really agree. I really think he does. I think it's absolutely out of order to just allow the other parents to look after the child if you are, you have the capabilities. He has the capabilities. He's a good father. He's really great with your son. He's really very nice. So it's a shame. And I totally agree. I really feel like he should step up. When I feel that kind of fed up energy, he's fed up and he's being really selfish, it really does make me feel disheartened and sad about your manifestations, because he does tend to have this, it's not selfish in a kind of I want everything big ego kind of way, but it's selfish a only thinking of myself, especially when he's in pain. He feels him being in pain is all that matters, and the rest of the world should kind of bend to him because he feels a certain way, which it's horrible to be in pain. I'm not saying that, I'm not dismissing that there is some pain in that, but I really agree that he needs to step up. So how does he feel about the messages? Okay. There's kind of a sadness there, because there's an understanding that you're right, but also a kind of resistance to admit it to himself even, okay? So yeah, so it's a little bit of sadness, really, to be honest. But I think he needs it, it's a shame, but I do think he needs it. Gretel, Marie, I've had a really good chill day, so I'm all good, thank you. Yeah, it's really nice when you guys are asking how it should have been and things like that. I like to see the positive conversations in the chat. Risha, if I give the exam, do you see me doing well in that exam? Guessing a desired college. Oh yes, I answered that one, didn't I? Yeah, I answered that. I can send. Oh, that's Marie. I think she's talking to Gretel there. Okay. Kevin, how will my relationship with I was just gonna say, look like if we go to that point? Okay. So it's pretty casual, not in the sense that like there could be other people on the side kind of thing, not like that, but it's kind of casual in the sense that it doesn't really. It looks like you could be in a connection, in a relationship for like a pretty long time if you wanted to, but it doesn't really look like there's levels like. I know it sounds really strange, but like a relationship kind of levels up. Like you have like just getting to know each other, then you have like being committed. It used to be putting it as the status on Facebook, and then we have kind of things like public expression of it, and then we have like obviously the engagements and all of that. Like there's other things. It does look like it would stay like pretty flat. But it does look like it could go, for quite a long period of time. But it looks quite casual. It doesn't really look like it progresses in any way, if that makes sense. Miss Venus, interesting. Do you see the relationship with Omar being short-lived because of me ending things or because of him ending things? Okay, let's see. You. It would be you. Sarah, is my friend Josie pregnant? She told me to ask you. She's in work at the moment. Pregnancy questions are really, you shouldn't really ask them because a lot of people, I think the reason a lot of people don't do them is because it's a really big responsibility. It's kind of the reason why I don't do mediumship a lot. I think it is a big responsibility to connect with the deceased, and just kind of doing that on stream for people. It can feel a bit strange sometimes, and it's definitely something that I'm going to have to get used to. I'm not going to have to. I don't have to, but I would like to. I want to kind of fulfill the wishes and desires of you guys as well. A lot of you want child messages, mediumship and things like that. I am going to do everything that you ask. If you request something, it's going to be done. So but yes, medical questions. So a lot of people don't do them because they feel like it is a big responsibility, but for me, I just kind of feel like it's sometimes they can be really off. And I know the reason. I do know the reason. I know that some things were meant to find out at specific times, if that makes sense. So sometimes you get a no or an uncertain answer just because that person isn't supposed to know that yet, if that makes sense. But sometimes you get the right answer. So I think it's a little bit hit and miss with medical questions. Jasmine, okay, so you think your question got missed, that's fine, I'll do yours next. Okay, but let's just check this, let's just see what comes through for is Josie pregnant? Let's just see. Yeah, it's pretty unclear. It's pretty kind of murky. I'm feeling no on that. But I think maybe message me, Sarah, and I'll do a pendulum yes or no with that one. just to see if I can get like a bit of a clearer thing here. But yes, I will get to your like emails. I think I read your TikTok messages. Have not gotten to your emails yet. Some of the emails. I've looked at some. I've looked at quite a few actually. Miss Venus, or because I'm going to meet someone else during that time. That is very, very possible. Okay, so you are in that period of those amplified external energies. It's very, very possible that you could be in a relationship and then kind of meet someone else that you want to break out of that relationship for, if that makes sense. It could happen because there's you are going to see, and it does feel like it's going to be for most of the year, you are going to see like an increase in like attraction to you, people making themselves kind of available to you, wanting to get to know you and things like that. So yes, that's very, very possible. And I do feel as well, these external energies that you're getting, where you're really attracting people, your attraction is really at like a height right now. That's going to end like around kind of September time. So yes, before then, it could happen. And oh yes, so I'm going to get to Jazz's question. But yes, Miss Venus, that's very, very possible. So I think my question got lost. Can you give me information on what's going on with Phil and I's connection and what's going on with him? Why did he stop talking and what else is he thinking? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a misalignment there. There's kind of like a disconnection. It doesn't really look like the possibility of like this going kind of somewhere is very, very low. There's kind of a disconnection and misalignment between you and Phil, you know. Yes, it just kind of doesn't really seem right, if that makes sense. There is a small kind of small path that's kind of positive, and you kind of communicate a little bit more, get to know each other a little bit, very deeply. But yes, that's very, very low. It really looks like kind of a misalignment of energies, not kind of the right person to connect with. And that happens sometimes, and even sometimes happens with like the actual person as well. The person we're supposed to be with, it can happen with. We can keep having these misalignments until it finally aligns. People saying thank you, you're very welcome. Shweta. Will Summer confess his feelings to me? And also, is he afraid of losing me? Yes, it looks very prominent that he will express feelings, and yes, it's kind of like there isn't really a lot of thought about losing you. It's not like something that's prominent on his mind, but yes. Okay, so Sid says, thank you so much. I was hoping for a month of when I'll feel this. Yes, so it really feels to me like the end of the year. So it's like around this kind of Christmas time. It could be as early as September, but it could be as late as December. So you have like a bit of a time frame there. Not a pinpointed time, a bit of a time frame. But I really feel like for you, it's because you're really on this like smooth upward trajectory. It's not to say that you don't have back steps and bad days, but overall, if you like step back and looked at it, it would really look very smooth and nice going upwards there. Blessings to Sid, really, sending positive energy. Oh, Risha, okay, so you missed a question. Can you just type the question that you missed? Yes, you are on the right path and you will make the right decision if that's what you're asking. yes, you are on the right path and you will make the right decision. I think that you have a lot of like self-doubt and self-worry, but you can do these things. You're very, very capable. Okay, I can scroll quite far up now. YouTube's kind of fixing itself a little bit. Jan, how is the timeline looking for me and Caden confessing his feelings? Is there a chance he confesses tomorrow on my birthday? Yes. There are many kind of... This is why I feel like the connection is so prominent in that even though there's still kind of a thought in his head that do I and don't I, there's still this possibility that he doesn't. There's so many possibilities where he confesses his feelings that it seems just like it's too clear, it's too prominent. It's definitely going to happen. So it could be it could be right now, he could just call you up right now. It seems like it could be any time from now to, a couple of months. But yes, that's very possible. It's very possible. Gretel, can I have a card of your choice? Okay, let's do... I have Spirit. Oh yes, it didn't even talk for the cards. So, did I? Shaman? Something about shamans? Shaman Stream. Shaman Stream cards. That one's from Sarah. Thank you very much. I bought a lot of tarot cards off Sarah for a very, very good deal. So, Shaman Stream. Animal. Spirit animal. And love. I always have love for you guys. Gone back to the old small love cards. But so I like to mix it up a little bit because there's always love cards. So I'm going to get like a few more like decks of love cards as well because it's the most popular one that people ask for. But you said of my choice. So I'm going to go with Spirit Animal. Can you see it? I hope you can. Cat Spirit, Gretel. Cat Spirit. This is very interesting because the cat spirit is... It's kind of... When we kind of embody the energy of our totem animal, when we have the cat spirit, there are kind of these two sides to us. So we have this independent side, the strong independent side that can just go out and do whatever it wants. Very, very like strong, independent things on kind of my terms. And then there's also this ability to have vulnerability, ability to be pampered and, looked after and all of those things. The ability to connect on a kind of deeper level. So there's those two kind of aspects, that strong independent aspect and that vulnerable aspect that wants to be taken care of. And harmony and balance, that's what we're going for, isn't it? Harmony and balance between those two sides. So that could be like your kind of path, your lesson at the moment. That was a nice one. Is Omar hiding something significant for the development of our relationship from me? If so, what? Does Omar still talk to his ex, or is he still interested in her? So there's fraying there. So when I describe fraying, it's kind of like, it's not a chord, so there isn't like a strong chord. If there was a strong chord, that would be like probably talking, meeting, maybe, things like that. Stronger connection, communication. But there's fraying, and what that usually means is one side reaching out for the other. So yes, there's still some emotions between them there. There's some fraying there, emotions between them. But it's very, very subtle. It's very small. It does seem like there's kind of work on both sides to get over that, if that makes sense. So there is a kind of facing forward, desire to face forward. Is he hiding something? Let's see. No, it doesn't look like there's any like big significant things being hidden there. Sarah, what will Richard say when I tell him I'm pregnant? And what will his family say when they find out? Okay, so I did kind of talk through his reaction, how he would be, how he would kind of be, have that like real shock and kind of be against it at first. Very, very like scared, shocked, kind of like, you know, that kind of really strong, like shocked kind of emotion. And yes, at the beginning, it does look like there is negative energy towards that, negative, you know, thought process towards that, being against it, if that makes sense. That's what I mean when I say negative energy, just being against it. Okay, and then the family. So let's look at the family, because I have looked at him already. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of kind of, this seems like so common with him, like umming and ahhing is the words I would like specifically use for this, about what to tell them and when to tell them. So yeah, it's really like, it's funny because it's like, you have to do it when you're going to do it. There's a bit of like shock from his mum and kind of like pushing him in the right direction, actually. Pushing him in the right direction, telling him to kind of do something about it, you know, help out and things like that. So it does seem like there's kind of like positive messages, positive communications from his mum. And his sister seems quite similar. And not really much like energy, emotion, or anything like that from his brother, to be honest. A very relaxed demeanour, if that makes sense. I don't know if that resonates. Svetlana, hello! Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. I feel like I haven't seen all of you in a while. Yeah, it feels like it's been so long. Guys, please do refer to the message. Please just refer to the message, the banner at the bottom of the screen. If you are new, I do need your full name and date of birth. It just helps me to connect to your energy. If you don't want to put that public in the YouTube chat, please do put it in a Facebook message or an email and just let me know that you have done so, because I need to connect with your energy a little bit. And I can't really do that with just a YouTube name. I need something to get used to your energy. The regulars in here, I'm very, very used to their energy. I don't need the full name and date of birth for them. But for new people, I do. So please do leave your full name and date of birth. Okay, so it looks like we do have some new people in the chat that are leaving their full name and date of birth. I really, really appreciate it, as I will get to you. So I know I'm a little bit slow. I do have to catch up, so let's get going. Okay, so someone has asked a question. Yes, and I am so lost. But welcome, guys. Welcome, new people. I'm going to do this weekly. It's not weekly this month, but it will be weekly next month. I will do one a week. So just as many questions as you want to ask. And just look out for the times of the streams, because some of them are earlier, later, things like that. Okay, I think I've scrolled way too far up, which it doesn't usually let me do. So I have a message from Mega in capital letters. And then I think later on you've left your full name and date of birth. So if you're still in the chat, I'm going to do your question now, okay? Because you have put your full name and date of birth there, so I can do your question. I hope you're still in the chat. I will answer your first question and then let me know if you got it, if you're still here. Mega or Megha. Why did R deceive me in the past with A? Was there someone else also or only her? Does he still miss her or want any past relationship back? Okay, let's check this. Let me just double check. I need your full name, date of birth. Okay, so answering your first question now, I hope you are still here. So why did R deceive me in the past? Okay, so it feels like there's a lot of lust energies, and it does feel like there's kind of a lack of self-control as well. There's off balance in the sacral, okay, so it's off balance. This is very negative. It can cause issues in intimate relationships, like cheating, like just not being like, you know, good to the partner in some way. And then also it's a cycle, it's habits, it's the area of the cycle of energy, habits, bad habits. Sometimes it can just be lust and lusting after other people, not being able to keep kind of monogamous, but it can also be things like addictions as well. So just look out, because there is imbalance in the sacral there. Whoa, how did Anne feel when our daughter told him she wanted to live where he lives? There's like a little bit of being like taken aback, like a little bit of kind of like a a little bit of like a shock kind of feeling coming on that. There's a bit of worry around that as well, so there's a little bit of worry there. Sarah, the boss said Richard was moving in this month and his friends bringing his stuff here. What month is it looking now, especially with him being fed up at his mum's? Yes, so I saw very clearly, I think it was fish chunks, wasn't it, being bought from his house to your house by someone in a van. I think it's a van, I'm pretty sure we have some kind of van transporting. I think it was fish chunks. I'm trying to get like an image now. Yeah, it does really look like the path is kind of... It's kind of... There's a lot of possibilities for you, okay? So, you know how he always comes back? So he always comes back to you. It's just this point of when he comes back for good with all of his things. There are many possibilities of that. And in connections like yours, that's the way it is. Very similar to what I was saying to Jan. You have a very similar connection. You and Richard have a quite a similar connection to Jan and Caden in a way, because it's like there's so many possibilities on your path. It could be any time, if that makes sense. It could be any time. So I think it's going to be interesting to see like how quickly he comes back from that reluctance to that child, how long it takes him to kind of bounce back, if he does it right away and he kind of like steps up, or if he takes that time taking a step back for quite a long time. So I do kind of feel like I'm going a little bit off topic here, but I do kind of feel like at the soonest possibility you should tell him. I know that you're doing all of the right things, making sure everything's okay and proper and safe, but yes, I do feel like because of this taken aback energy, I feel like telling him at the soonest positive possibility so we can kind of account for this stepping back that's going to happen. I hope that makes some sense. I did go off on a tangent, but I am working very closely with Sarah. So yeah, we just have to kind of do that. Kevin, what methods works best for me to manifest something? Is it visualization, journaling, affirmations? I would say visualizations anyway, because you do have a prominent, clear voyance ability. Although you haven't kind of like awakened it and used it, I would say visualization would be the best for you. Woo, may I have a love card, thank you. And may I have a card of your choice? Okay. So the love card is there. What do we have? We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, so who is that? Who are you thinking about right now? Who's on your mind? There's a strong magnetic attraction there. And then let's have an animal card. So which animal? Which animal are you kind of embodying the energy of right now, or you need to? So you either are embodying the energy of this giraffe spirit, or you need to. So what's important about the giraffe spirit? The giraffe can see much more than we can see. The giraffe is high up. The giraffe can see the bigger picture. And that is the point here. Taking a step back, seeing the bigger picture and doing what's best for the bigger picture, which I do feel that you have the ability to do. I feel that you can do that, and that will be very positive. So yes, giraffe spirit, seeing from a higher perspective. I love the giraffe spirit. But I love all animals. Thank you, Leon. Has Caden been speaking to any girls? Does Jay still like him and think there's a chance? Okay. Yes, there's been speaking to girls, but it does seem like it's been in a group setting. There's no... Let me just double check this. There's no intimate energy there. There's no sacral chords. A few very minor, small throat chords there. So there's been communications. Does Jay still think like him and think she has a chance? Okay. Okay. Yes, she still likes him, but she doesn't really feel that she has a chance. There is kind of like a kind of knowing that it's a small kind of chance, but yes, there's still some energy there. I think we've spoken about her very like kind of clingy energy. New people, hello and welcome to the chat and welcome to my channel. I do this every week. It's not always this busy, and I do it at varying times. So you may get a stream that's more suitable for you. That's a little bit quieter, but I do appreciate everyone coming on. I really appreciate the new subscriptions, because I have a giveaway when we get to 500 subscribers. I'm always doing giveaways. They can be one-on-one sessions with me. They can be physical items. At the moment, the giveaway is for free. Spell jar necklaces. So I'm doing spell jar necklaces, and the winners will get those. So we have SB who sent an email question. Okay, so SB, let me know you're still here in the chat. We will go to your question and not read your name out live on chat. So, but SB, are you still here? Anyone who's new, it does take me a while to get to the questions, but they are free. They're always free. You can ask as many as you like. So you can ask as many questions as you like, and I just need your subscription and your patience. That's all I need. Thank you very much, those people who have liked the video. If you have not liked the video already, please do. Okay, so SB doesn't seem to still be here. I'm kind of waiting for a yes. I'm still here. SB, but I'm not getting anything here, okay? I'll just email back. Let's see. Yeah, I really appreciate like that some people, of course, don't want things to be public, and do want to go ahead and send emails, message on Facebook. I don't know what I can do about like kind of fixing the chat and making it so I can scroll back up when I come back. It does seem to help when I keep YouTube in the little bubble at the side of the screen, if that makes sense. It does seem to help with me. Oh no, with me going back up. Oh. Okay, something's happened now. Whoa, is Willie feeling better? Not fully. This comes as not fully. Jan, why is Kayden telling me something happened today and he doesn't want to tell me so I don't worry about him and focus on doing good in my raids today on the gameplay in my group? So it seems like there's some kind of like family issue. It seems like there's some not great news, something negative that's happened within the family. And he feels that you will worry about him and his kind of, I suppose, well-being if he tells you. Did the arguments, so Jan again, did the arguments we have the week before where Kayden said, as people we aren't compatible, affect him still? Yes, so it does affect him. It affects him in a way where he hesitates. So where we see, sorry, if that was loud. So where we see very similarly to Sarah. So where we see that there are many points on the path where you reconcile, you get back together. You have heart to heart and all of this. That's why. So say like there's one coming up today. That's why they don't happen, because sometimes there's still this stuff that goes on, but there's something that won't let you fully break, if that makes sense. Miss Venus, how does Omar treat me in a relationship? Very good. Very like affectionate. So like affectionate comes through really strongly. Attentive, kind of very like complimentary as well. So really feeling that kind of physical energy attraction. Giving a lot of compliments. Yeah, so there could be like more attention paid to you, that like there could be more taking on board things that you say, but it does look like there's like a desire and a will to do that. But yeah, things like paying attention seems to be like kind of a big thing there. But yes, it's mostly very positive. Very, very like complimentary. Megha, what do you see for my future partner? Will we get married with our family's acceptance? this is a possibility, yes. This is quite a prominent, strong possibility on your path, Megha. Jan, is the War of the Roses over now? Or should I still be wary of me and Caden's friend Val starting things? It's kind of like you're coming over that hurdle, so it is ending. But what I would say is keep a guard up about Val. So keep a guard up. It doesn't mean to say you can't play a game and things like that, have like a little chat, but keep a guard up, keep a distance, keep your protections up there, okay? Megha is preparing for PC's government exam. Right decision for me, if I'm reading that correctly. I'm so wrong. Sorry. Will a get successfully and financially independent? Okay, so let's do that question. Is preparing for the exam the right decision? Yes, it is. At this moment on your path, it is, yes. But let's see. It does look like you go a slightly different route in the end. But yes, it is the right path. Will I get successful and financially independent? Yes. But you learn a lot by going kind of down this different path, and then you kind of veer in a different direction, but it goes well. It works for you. Sarah, how many months does the board think I am? And what will... Oh, yes. Okay, I'm interested to see what comes up here. Let's see. 2. So 2 comes up straight away. There's a round 2. So, yes. I would always be a little bit cautious about what crystal balls and things like that say about medical things. But, yes, it's coming as 2. So, going to go with that, okay? And don't forget to inbox me as well for your pendulum with Josie. What will Richard's family and friends say when he tells them I'm pregnant? And when does the boss see him moving in with his stuff, if it's not this month? Oh yes, there's many possibilities for that. It could be tomorrow, it could be this month. It's hard to give an exact time because there's so many possibilities where it happens, if that makes sense. Leon, thank you very much for moderating. I really appreciate it. Is Omar interested in primarily a sexual connection with me or trying for an actual relationship? Okay, that's an interesting point, Miss Venus. Yes, so a lot of the desires to connect, to reach out, to, do whatever, it is very shallow, I suppose I could say. It is very attraction-based. It is very attraction-based, but there is potential for something deeper there. So it's kind of like the reason in the beginning is like this real strong physical attraction, but there's potential to kind of go deeper, to go deeper. But yes, primarily it is very like physical attraction, sexual attraction, very like high attraction energies. Okay, so yes, primarily yes, but there is a possibility to go deeper at that, and I wouldn't say a desire to, but a openness to. Okay, so it's in the cards, it's on the table, if that makes sense. Okay, Shweta, will someone confess his feelings to me? Oh yes, so I did the question on Facebook. Yeah, I'm sorry for kind of ignoring the Facebook, but I'm scared to go to it because then I won't be able to go back. You can't fix it as far as I know. It's a common issue. So Shaylee says it's a common issue. So yes, I really do apologise, but apparently it is a common issue. Perhaps I will fix it one day, hopefully. Miss Venus, why do you see me ending the relationship with Omar? Okay. astrologically, there's a lot of turbulence around September time. And it looks kind of like you see yourself going in a different direction. You don't envision yourself where you are. You feel out of place, and you kind of want to go in a new direction, if that makes sense. There's a lot of turbulence around September time, and it's not relationship based for everyone. It's not intimate relationship based for everyone, but it's quite common there will be, and for you it is, unfortunately. So it looks like you just feel like it's not right for you, and you want to do something different. You want to change. You don't feel it in the right place. But it is this kind of turbulent astrological energy. So you could, I suppose, now that you kind of know about that, you could like kind of weather the storm. You could just kind of, just go through it. Just go through the turbulence and don't say anything. And when you come out the other end, you may feel okay. Things may feel better. But it does look like you just feel completely out of place, and you want to just leave. You want to just get up and leave. And we can feel that way when we're not in like the proper connection that we're supposed to be in, when we're not with our soulmate. We kind of feel that way, especially when there's a lot of options open to you as well. It tends to be when your external energies are radiating and very activated, like yours are, Miss Venus. So Miss Venus has very radiating external energies at the moment, which really draws people in. And when that happens, it's unfortunate, but it's quite human, that you can compare like what it would be like to be with them, especially when you're in the beginning of a relationship and you're kind of trying to make a decision, if you're perhaps dating or something like that. But yes, because there's a lot of energies around, a lot of attraction and things like that, options around, that could also influence it as well. So just think about that, just take that on board. How will the attraction, Kevin, how will the attraction between A and me be eventually as we start to speak more? Okay. So it's going to be pretty smooth. The communication, the connection, it's going to be pretty smooth. It looks like there's no turbulence in this connection, okay? So it does look like it's pretty smooth, it's pretty casual, probably not long lasting, but it looks good. It looks like there's no complaints about it. But yes, for some reason, it just looks short-lived. But it does look like you experience a lot, like he said. You learn a lot. So Megha, what are ours current energies and our future together? What are his intentions? I hope you're still here. You've commented a little bit further down, so hopefully you are. Oh, I think I've gone too far. Oh no, I haven't. Okay. What do you see for my future with partner R? Oh, yes, that is a different question. Oh gosh. What are ours current energies and our future together? What are his intentions? Okay. So there's a lot of very strong intentions here, okay? So kind of a inner knowledge that things are going to be pretty serious and like committed. It does seem like there's like positivity in that area, if that makes sense. So the intentions are to build a relationship. Sorry if I missed that. Sorry if I'm answering questions again. Yes, I think I've gone too far up here. What do you see for my future with art? Yes, I do see marriage. Yes, so I did answer that one. Yes, I've gone too far up and answered an all. See, so now I can go up further and see questions that I couldn't see before. It's so strange. Okay, now I'm lost. Right. Miss Venus, I feel like a little detective here. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting to see. And I think it's really interesting because I saw your external energies activation a while back. I saw it coming, and I can really tell that it's there. I can really tell it's going to be that until at least September. So it's really interesting. I'm really interested to know like what kind of journey you take on your love path at the moment. I'm really interested. My question got missed. I sent it you on email. I asked SB if you were still here. I don't think I got a reply, so I could just be talking to myself here. But yes, I asked if you're still here, and I didn't get a reply, so... Oh, it says failure, message failure. Why does it say this, message failure? It says like, I don't think the message sent or something. So SB, I'm just going to answer your question as if you're here. Oh, actually, sorry. I missed the question, didn't I? Oh no, email. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. Right, SB. I'm going to do SB. I would like to know his feelings for me and his next moves and intentions. So whether you're here or not, I'm going to do this question. I would like to know his feelings for me and his next move / actions. Okay. So the energy is very positive. The intention's very positive. It doesn't really look like there's too much thought about like next steps and things like that. But it does look like there's a desire and an openness to take next steps with you. Seems a little bit almost like a laid back, kind of relaxed energy, especially in the mind, like very laid back and relaxed. But yes, there's a great connection, a great energy and feelings from this person, okay? There's a lot of possibility, there's prominent possibility of really positive next moves. Really, you know, getting what you want in this connection. There's a lot of positive energy there, so I do hope you're in the chat. If you need clarification, you have any specific questions, just put them in there. Thank you for the information. Miss Venus, yes, you literally are Miss Magnetic at the moment. And it's interesting as well, because sometimes when it happens, it happens in like a business kind of work sense as well. So you can like, if you're in that position where you're going to interviews, you pass them very easily. If you have like your own business, suddenly people are really drawn to you and you make like a lot of sales. So it's really interesting to see those waves, like when that comes and when that goes. But yeah, so you're going to be magnetic for quite a long time. It's so interesting. So Leon, thank you very much. Everyone just give people a chance. So if there's someone in the chat asking a question, don't put like a million questions, because obviously it already takes me a long time, but it will take me a long time to get to them, okay? So Kevin, do you see my relationship with A going towards more intimacy? Yes, so I did see intimacy in that connection. I did see sacral connection in that connection. SB, thank you, Leon. Thanks so much. You're very, very welcome, everyone that's saying thank you. And yes, thank you, Leon. You're doing a great job. And also, we are winding the chat down now. It still looks a little bit busy. I'm definitely going to get to all your questions, okay? So the last question I can see is Megha. So, I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Says, will I get financially stable in PCS or in some other field? Okay, so that's where I can see as like the last question, the most recent question. So I'm going to start winding the chat down after that. So anyone who is in, please get your last questions in now. We'll kind of wind the chat down now. So if you would like any questions, get them in. If you would like any cards, okay, we haven't done a lot of cards today. Love cards, spirit animal, totem animal there, and shaman's dream. Very interesting. I'm not too familiar with shaman's dream cards yet, so it's really nice to I do use some cards I'm not really greatly familiar with. Try to connect with them a little bit more with you guys as well. So I hope you can see where I was up to. I hope that makes sense and you understand. And then get your last questions in. Okay, I'm not saying you can't ask another question. I'm just saying if you have something important to ask, please do ask it now. So let's see how far I can. Oh, I sit on the floor and I do prefer it, but sometimes when it's been a while, get pins and needles in my leg. Okay, so I can scroll up as far as Kevin. How will the attraction between A and me eventually start as we speak more? And that's as far up as I can scroll. And that's very interesting as well. How will the attraction between A and me be eventually as we start to speak more? It just looks like there's open possibilities. So it just looks, it's very casual, but it does look like there's open possibilities of like, when I say casual, I just mean like there's no rush and desire to be like married or, you know, to like make any like official commitments. It's kind of just go with the flow and see what kind of happens. That's what I mean when I say casual. But yes, I do see possibilities there. So I actually think I can scroll further than I think I answered some of these questions. Just gonna have a drink. It's very strange as well. Miss Venus has literally screenshotted her chat and I compared to mine and she had messages there that I couldn't see. So there definitely is some issue with YouTube. But it looks like I can scroll up quite far now. Okay, so let me see where we are up to. Sarah, can I have a love card, please? Has Richard missed me with him not staying here over 6 weeks? And when do you see him staying here again? Okay. Love card. Very soon. Okay, that's really interesting because you're also asking a question about time. Okay. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I don't think that you even need that message because I do think you are very clear about what you want, but very soon is the message we're getting here, so very soon. So it does look like he is coming very soon, and to me that looks like so many possibilities. It just looks like it could be tomorrow, it could be a week, you know. It just looks like it could be at any point. Miss Venus. Oh, when do you see him staying here again? Yes, because he hasn't been there for 6 weeks. Sorry, let me do that one. When do I see him staying here again? When do I see Richard staying at Sarah's again? Just so I get a clear answer. The ball's like, what are you talking about? Right, okay. So when do I see Richard staying at Sarah's again? Within 2 weeks. So it's like a 2-week time frame that's been given, but it does look like he's going to stay within the next 2 weeks. Miss Venus, there's a guy, Philippe. I think that's how you say that, I'm really not sure. If I pronounce your name wrong, correct me, okay? So Shaylee, I was pronouncing Chaylee because of the way it's written. And she just let me know that was wrong, and now I pronounce it correctly. So, you know, I'm not offended, I'm not, like, embarrassed or anything like that. It's very easy to mispronounce words when you're only reading them. Do not feel like you can't correct me, you can. So there's this guy who was my absolute crush for a long time as a teen. He is seeing all my stories on Instagram all of a sudden. Is there interest there from him? If so, what is it? Okay, so I already feel like this is the external energies working. This activation, drawing people in. It's very, very interesting. Yes. Physical attraction and intrigue about what you're doing. What is she doing? Very, very interested. But yes, very physical attraction as well. You're welcome, Gretel. What can I do for ancestral healing? Ancestral healing, you can do... I mean, there's many things you can do. And there's, as well, it's kind of like many different healing modalities, if done correctly or in specific ways, can help with different things. So there's not really like this one thing that you can do. It's not like, oh, the only thing for ancestral healing is Kambo. You know, it's not like that. There are many different ways you can do it. It just has to be done right and with intention. So you can do it through like sound healing, trance meditation. Like I said, you can do it through Kambo. You can do it through like, kind of purging rituals and things like that. I'm not recommending that, by the way. I'm not condoning Kambo. I can't. I don't feel like I'm in the right position to do that. But yes, purging kinds of practices can help. But yes, there isn't any one thing. I think you should always go with what you feel drawn to, and do everything with intention, because you may feel drawn to use a modality that no one else has used before, but it may work for you. And that's the thing about the spiritual path. You, especially me, so I'm an eclectic occult practitioner, and all that means is that I do, occult means hidden, so I do kind of hidden practices, things that you would consider hidden, like witchcraft or, you know, anything like that. And eclectic just means that I take little bits from everything. So I'll take what really works for me from Hinduism, from Buddhism, from witchcraft, from anything I will take. If I've practiced it enough and I know it works for me, I will then go ahead and put it into my practice. Very, very eclectic like that. And I feel that is just the way, because that's what your intuition is. Your intuition, your gut feelings, all of that, your instinct is very often divinely guided. Your angels communicate with you by turning you in certain directions, giving you that intuition to do a certain thing. So yeah, I really do go off. If you ask me a kind of question, I don't know, any question, I can go off on a tangent. I'm really good at it. Marie, how is he feeling since him and his mates saw me okay? Attraction, he's feeling like reaching out. So this block has gone and there's a lot more thinking now. So it really has progressed, because I remember when thoughts about you were just fleeting thoughts and he didn't really pay much attention to them. He's really thinking about you now and thinking about reaching out. And he, even though it brings up a lot of like strange feelings and emotions, he likes the fact that he saw you. Jan, if me and Caden watch something romantic tomorrow for my birthday, how will it go? Will it trigger him to think more about his feelings for me? Yes, Jan, yes. Thank you for your full name and date of birth, Magha, if I pronounce that right. Jan needs to go and eat. Might take a bit. I'll try to look back for my questions. If not, I'll just re-ask. Oh, okay, Jan. Yes. I mean, you've probably gone and got something to eat by the time it took me to get to your questions, but I will just remember that it was yes for that question. Hopefully you come back, and hopefully you're back now. Who knows? I don't know, because I can't see yet. Was R involved with someone else physically apart from me? Okay. This comes as now. Tati, hello and welcome. Thank you for the date of birth. You're welcome to ask a question. As it says, it's completely free. Just subscribe and be patient, because it takes me time to go through the questions, and I do take my time with them. I'm not like really in a rush. I apologize if you are. Yeah, but I do different streams at all different times, and they last for at least 3 hours. So you'll always get your question in at some point. Kevin, how can I improve my clairvoyance ability? I'm trying to control my fear about it and would like to take some next step. Yes, you really need to control your fear about it because that is really holding you back. I would personally suggest a cleanse, specifically. Well, I would recommend a full cleanse, but very pinpointed to the solar plexus because you're holding a lot of fears and anxieties in there. So you need an energy cleanse, really. That's what you need. If you look on my website, I do energy cleanses and they're very reasonably priced. My website is in the description. Do you see my mum being approved? Will. Do you see my mum being approved for SSI benefit this year? This comes as yes. Megha, what are R's thoughts, intentions, next actions? Oh, I think I answered that earlier. Yes. I answered that earlier, I think. That was very positive intentions. It looks like things can go really well there. How would N feel if I moved back to his hometown? Okay. There's a mixture of emotions, but it would definitely bring up intrigue about like why you're here, like how you've been and things like that. It would definitely like trigger some things, some thoughts and feelings. Triggering thoughts and feelings is what comes up most. Chandana, angel guidance for emotional healing, please. I'm just doing crystal ball and tarot readings today, but I do like angel reiki and things like that. I have an angel reiki session where I channel the energy of the archangels to you in a reiki session. And you can pick like your focuses if you want to focus on the third eye or something like that, or you can have a general where it is a holistic focus. It's very reasonably priced, and you get a little message from your angel as well. So as I'm working, I kind of like telepathically communicate with. I do this with a different spirits. I do this with ETs. I get a little message channeled, so I then write that up and send that to you. So if you do want angel guidance, you're very welcome to get that from my website. It's very reasonably priced. Woo, do you see my mum moving into her own place? That comes as no at the moment. It's not very prominent. Possible to change, but it's really not very prominent at the moment. Missed question from Miss Venus, thank you very much. Omar has a certain hour every day where his mood improves. He becomes energized and his physical pain goes away. Is this in fact a portal? What is the significance of the hour? Okay. Yes, there's definitely some positive energetic changes here, and there does seem to be some kind of energetic influence. So, like how people can have curses, so they feel pain every however often, so they get a block every like a year or something like that. It feels like a healing, like a positive energy kind of. So yes, portal, like it could be portal, could be specific person, like, you know, from a specific person, could be spirit guides based, but yes, there's definitely some kind of energetic influence there. Could be spell work, could be energy work. Vera, hello. Is my POI thinking of reaching out? If not, has he moved on? Okay. Yes, he's thinking of reaching out, and no, he's not moved on. There looks like there's been some efforts at some point, but it doesn't feel right. Watch Geeks. What kind of future do you see for me and my POI? Bearing in mind things are still manifesting, but something seems to stop us from really being out of each other's lives. Yes, I think it's interesting because there's an alignment coming with you. I already know that there's not an alignment coming with you. So what kind of future do I see? Okay. So there is a possibility for a very happy, there's a prominent possibility for a very happy future, with commitment, with marriage and all of those things, or whatever kind of union you want, you know, like a committed union. Not everyone goes for a conventional kind of like marriage, like ceremony, but there's some kind of deepening of the connection there. But also I see like a move. So I see like you both like relocate together. You move to a different location. That's what I see. There is possibility as well. There's some possibility on the path for like a child, but it seems quite low in prominence at the moment. So I don't know whether that's something that you do want to manifest and bring into further. It seems very like on the sidelines, like it's not really a prominent thing. Woo, how did Annie feel when our daughter told him? Oh yes, I did that one. I did do that one. Mecca is involved with someone else currently. Okay, yes, you said in the past before, and now you say currently. That comes as now. Vera, what's my POI's intentions? There are intentions to reach out, but they look like around 40% prominence at the moment. So I think that there just needs to be a push in overthinking about it. And I kind of think it's always very important when you're manifesting someone or like getting a reconciliation that if they try to move on, it doesn't really work out. And that seems to be the case with your POI. So whatever kind of happens is going to kind of push him back. But yes, there is intention to reconcile or to at least talk. Jan, has Caden spoken about me to his friends or family recently? If so, what has he said? He's spoken to a friend about still wanting to be in a relationship with you, still being very attracted to you. To a friend. It seems like a friend. I don't think that's a family member. I think that's a friend. Jan? Oh yes, you asked that question before. Did my friends calling him my crush trigger him? Yes, because it felt so strange. Like he just didn't understand, like he thought that it was so strange for you to call him, for him to be called your crush, okay? Because it feels strange. It feels right when he says things like babe. It feels right when he acts like you're in a relationship, and it feels very weird when it's like a crush. Like it's, you know, that's kind of like a lesser connection. It feels weird. Watch Geeks, doing loads of readings in the session must be fun but tiring. Do you have to prep before or wind down after with meditations or rituals? Yes, I always do meditations and rituals. I always cleanse, and every single bath I take is a cleansing bath, because I do energy cleanses is my main thing that I do. Energy cleanses, home cleanses. It's my kind of like priority of what I do. So like every single bath that I take is a cleansing bath. I use salts. I use tea tree all the time. I use tea tree. I cleanse very often with sound because it's very easy and quick to do a sound cleansing. And I love sounds. I love vibrations. I feel like it just resonates and it just like gets through everything. It can get through anything and just cleanse anything, and I really love it. But yes, so cleansing, but not really. I don't really have to like prep for this. I just think that sometimes I have a time frame. So at the moment, I really should be winding down now because I have a time frame today. So sometimes I don't, sometimes I can go on for like 5 hours. But now I really do need to wind down. Yeah, and yes, I will do like a bit of a cleanse and meditation after this. Yes, of course. This is literally my life. Like what you see of me here, like this is me every day, all the time. But yes, I love doing this. I really love it. And I feel like if you have the capability and the time to do it like this, like I kind of get a benefit from reaching a wider audience. I have made a lot of sales and sessions through doing this, so it is worth it in a way. But I really just love doing it, and for as long as I have the time, I will do it. Yeah, I just really love it. I love connecting with you guys. I love when new people come in the chat, and I love the people who continuously come back as well. And I love how you guys like suggest sessions for me. You suggest things for me to do. That's so amazing. Yes, thank you, Leon, for moderating. He's really, really great. And so me and Leon are in a relationship. We live together. He goes to work. He has he's a game developer. Actually, he makes games. So he's really handy with the tech. He really helps. But yeah, that's the reason why I have to wind down today, because when Leon has work the next day, I kind of have to wind down, but when he doesn't, I can just go on and on and on. And when I do sessions on his off days, Miss Venus, oh wow, it's never happened to me. I'm usually the codependent one, lol, but I've been working on it. Yeah, so it's like a flip of energy has changed. The table's turning. Mega, will I get financially stable in PCS or in some other field? Okay. No, it's looking more prominent for PCS. How does R view me physically and as a person? It's very positive. There's attraction inside and out. So there is like physical attraction, but there's also a resonance and a connection, feeling like you're interesting, and well, it's about like wanting to know you. But yeah, it seems like it's a balanced kind of connection, balanced emotions, balanced energies. It doesn't really feel like, sometimes there's like attraction and really wanting to get to know you, but doubt and holding back a little bit. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like there's opposing energies. It feels like it's very balanced and nice. So that's really good. That's really positive for you. Watch Geeks, I always like cards for advice on what to do with my POI. Yes. So you asked for a card earlier and I didn't give you one, so I will give you a love card. So here is your love card. Sometimes you can't see these because they're kind of holographic. True love, it says. So it says, this is the romance of a lifetime. So it's affirmative of the connection, getting back together and all of that. True love. So it's kind of affirmation. When we see cards like that, it's just kind of affirmation. Let's do an animal card for you, okay? Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Okay. So truth transcending illusion. So is there any illusions that you have? Is there any illusions, because we're looking specifically at this relationship? Is there any illusions that she has? Truth transcends illusions. So So when you have communications, really making sure that you speak from your true, authentic inner self. You really need to let that true, authentic inner self shine through, because sometimes it's illusions. Like sometimes we have, especially when we look back at like an ex-partner, we can have an illusion that, especially if our life isn't great now, we can have an illusion that they were something more than they were. But to really connect and to really be on this path, it needs to be honest, it needs to be true, authentic, and it really needs to align. So the dragonfly spirit is really about just leaving all of those illusions, leaving all of those preconceived notions, and just being your true, authentic self, speaking from the soul and the heart. And if you have any illusions about her, I know that you're very set on the reconciliation, but if you do have any illusions, just release them as well. Is it possible? So I'm not really doing channeled messages from people, and I'm winding down now, guys. So if you're new, okay, Johnny, welcome. So Johnny, we are friends. Is there any chance to happen something more between me and her, a romantic relationship? I will do this one. Welcome to the stream. I am winding down now, guys, so thank you very much. But I will answer this, and I'll answer all above this, okay? So, Johnny, please subscribe and like the video. Okay, so let's do your question. Okay, is there any chance for you to become romantic? Yes, Johnny, that comes as yes. There's a lot of compatibility there, so there is potential. Thank you, Sunshine, for leaving your full name and date of birth. So I'm going down to Johnny's question there, and after that I will be finishing. I really do need to finish, guys, but please do look out for my next streams. So let's go over the next streams. Oh my gosh, guys, we are only 2 away from 500 subscribers, so the giveaway looks like it will be soon. So we have the Starseed Origin reading, so if you're interested in that, you can book on. You can just come in. You don't have to book on, but it guarantees you a place if you do. So if it does go on really long and we have to finish, you may not get your reading. So Starseed reading on the 28th of this month, Past Life reading on the 30th of this month, a live manifestation spell on the 1st of July. Another tarot reading, so the same as this, on the 6th of July, and throughout July it will be once a week. One of these a week. And group spellcasting for a love spell on the 22nd of July. So do subscribe and do make sure you make some of those if you can make them. So where were we up to here? So we have... Oh, I'm seeing messages that I didn't see. How very strange. Shaylee. Oh, up in the top right corner, I hit the 3 lines and change it to all messages. Unfortunately, my 3 lines just say go to channel, unpin message, or remove. Don't know why that is. I will try to work this out. I may do like a really quiet stream that I don't tell anyone about, and just try and work on the actual technical side of this, because it is a bit annoying. Aries, can you tell me what the rest of this year has in store for my connection with my guy? Okay. Deep heart to heart, deepening of the connection. Deep heart to heart. The connection really deepening throughout this year. and the POI really opening up. Okay, so there's a little bit of being a little bit closed off, even though you're really, really compatible and the connection, the underlying connection is very positive. There's some closed off energy from the POI. So this is going to open. Emotions, expressions, being honest is really going to flood through. And this is going to be very positive for you. Marie, did he get jealous when his mate flirted, as his mate sent a video of them both working and said, "See, we're working and we only want you," with heart emojis? Okay, so did he get jealous? Okay, this comes as no, so that's very strange. You would think that he would, but apparently not. Some people aren't really like that with jealousy, which is good. Megha, will I be able to settle abroad or move abroad within the next 2 years? It is possible. It's possible. It's not very prominent. It looks like it looks more prominent for a longer time frame, a longer time period after 2 years. It looks more prominent, but it is possible. Okay, so crystal balls are good because they are a little bit more accurate than a pendulum. If the crystal ball says 30%, a pendulum would say no. If the crystal ball says 60%, a pendulum would say yes, if that makes sense. If it's over 50, it would be a yes on a pendulum. If it's under 50, it would be no on a pendulum. So crystal balls are very good because they can see the smaller possibilities that are available to you. So it is possible, but it looks more like it's going to be a longer time frame, sorry to say. Yes, we really need to wind down here. I need to be off in about 10 minutes, so let's just see. But guys, please do like and subscribe, because I do this weekly. So if I miss some of your questions now, they will get answered. I will come back. I will come back weekly, so look out for me. Megha, will my brother and father agree to my marriage? This comes as yes. Will all leave me for someone else or deceive me in the future with someone else? This comes as no. There's a small possibility of that to no. Miss Venus, just out of curiosity, what are my ex Oscar's current feelings and thoughts about me and our lack of communication? Yes, because now he has that flood of emotion. So, what are the current feelings? Regret, some overthinking about you recently. Okay, so some overthinking about you recently and trying quite hard to get over you. So really trying to push you to the back of his mind, but desiring to reach out. Venus, do you remember what you said to this question? How did N feel when our daughter told him she wanted to live where he lives? Yes, it was kind of taken aback. There was like a little bit of a shock feeling. So it was very kind of strange. It was kind of like, oh, yes, I do remember that one. Megha, does R still miss any of his exes or want his past relationships back? Why does he act distant at times? Yes, so there is the time some questioning about am I doing the right thing? Am I going to be with the right person? There is at times kind of like a questioning about a thinking about what life paths would be like with different people and things like that. Yes, there's a little bit of that. Thinking about that. Aries, you're welcome. John, if me and Caden watched something... Oh, yes, I did answer that one. Yes, so John, yes, I said yes. Yes, it was yes. I was like, is John here? Is John back? Because it's taken me so long to catch up. Because it takes me so long to catch up to the question, I thought that you may already have been back. But yes, I got a yes for that. And I can't speak. Yes, I blame the braces. And the time I've been on here. Okay, guys, so you've been on for 3 and almost a half hours. It's 23:23 at the moment, okay? Here, where I am. Hi, my name is Yusra. Remember, guys, just correct my pronunciation if I pronounce wrong. I am not offended by being corrected. Hi, my name is Yusra. I was born 10th of August, blah, 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 blah. Connect to Yusra. Oh, and it's good. I really like when people have pictures too. How does Ryan view and feel about me, please? Okay, let's see. Yes, there's positive energy here. There's a lot of positive thoughts here, but it almost feels like weighing something up. So I don't know if this is quite a new connection, a new relationship. It feels like weighing things up. I don't know if that's in comparison to someone or something like that, but it does feel like kind of weighing things up. But it does seem like very positive to you, like really kind of, there's some comparing going on, okay, but there's positive energy to you. It doesn't really feel negative. So but yes, it does really feel like kind of comparison, weighing things up. So there could be someone else like in the options there because there's weighing up, but it does feel positive, mostly positive energy there. What are Caden's plans for me tomorrow on my birthday? Why is Caden hesitant towards me? Okay, so it doesn't look like there's specific plans, but he is going to like connect, communicate with you, and do something with you. But it doesn't look like he has like a specific set, like idea or plan. But he has definitely thought about it. There's thinking about it. It's not like he doesn't know that your birthday is happening. He is thinking about it. So yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like there's a lot of thinking about it, but no specific plan. But a lot of thinking about it. So the hesitance. Yeah, I think the hesitance mostly comes from not wanting to kind of go backwards, not wanting to make sure that it's the right decision. And I rarely feel like he's being very slow with it, because I feel like it's really clear in his mind. I feel like he knows full well that he wants to be in a relationship with you. So he should just go ahead and take the leap and get back together. Watch Geeks, haha, truth transcends illusion is so much the story of the hot and cold, shared childhood issues, and previous codependency that needs to heal and clear out before a solid future. That resonates totally. Yes, and it's the thing with totem animals is they're so powerful. They all have their own unique meaning and purpose, and we can really, like angels, totem animals, everything like that, we can really embody and channel the energy of them. You have the capability to do that. It's like goddesses, working with gods or goddesses. Don't worship them, embody them. Feel that you embody that energy. You're very powerful. We're all very powerful. Really embody the energy of your chosen archangel, your chosen goddess, your totem animal. Johnny says, I hope so. I love her. Welcome, Johnny. Thank you very much for joining. Please do subscribe and like the video. It's very nice to see new people. Does Caden worry about me being in my group because there's just guys there? Yes. Yes, that is a yes. Watch Geek says, thank you so much for everything. It's always great seeing the energy and the atmosphere of the chat. Yes, I absolutely love it. And I do... I can't really do these streams where I have to kind of like finish on like a time frame. I really do have to go, guys. I have to go in 2 minutes. So let's just see what's being said here. Jan, final question. Does Caden need a push to confess to me, or is there anything the ball sees that I can do to help things along? Okay, so let me just see how many questions we have. We have quite a lot of people in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this off very soon. But if I don't get to your question, this is now becoming weekly. So don't worry, it's going to be every week now. Thank you very much for... hello, Anita. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hello and welcome. I wonder what time it is there. Thank you, Leon, for moderating the chat. But we really are winding down now, guys. So if you didn't get a question answered, or if you are new, just know that this happens every single week. So, you know, get your questions ready, come and join weekly. And it will always be at different times as well to accommodate more people, to make sure we're, you know, kind of compensating, I suppose, for different time zones. So I have clients who are in Singapore. It's like the total opposite time zone to me. So I do have to do very early streams as well to accommodate those people. I wonder if he's impacted by my magnetism. It's funny because it's so real. I've been extremely magnetic. Many suitors giving me attention. Yeah, you know, it really does happen, and we all go through these phases. I just feel like sometimes we don't notice them. But if you don't notice when your external energies are heightened, you can't utilize it. And it is really great to utilize it when possible, when you can. Sid, are my spirits able to take my migraine and eye pain away at all? I hope they don't mind, as I ask a lot of them and I feel bad. Yes, absolutely. They can relieve, they can calm, they can send calming energy. They can help with that. Spirits can help with that. Yeah, I really do apologise for not getting to all the questions, guys, and just having a look here. Miss Venus, my question about my former crush was missed. What's his intentions towards... No, it wasn't missed. I did say it. What is his intentions towards me, and is he going to act on it? Those emotions risen, and now he's overthinking about you. There's overthinking, and there is desire to communicate. I did answer. I know it's difficult to stay in the chat because you really do have to have patience to be in here. I really appreciate it, guys. I mean, I appreciate it as much as you, because I know it does take patience for me to get to you. Was all more happy in a relationship with A than with me? This comes as no. I wonder if I will be able to stay in the stream to find out, as the pain is unbearable. Yes, it is unfortunate because blue light is going to make the migraine worse. The head pain, eye pain, especially eye pain, is going to make it worse. So do rest, do make everything dark, and do rest. And just really kindly and calmly ask your spirits to help. Sound healing actually helps my headaches. When I get them, I do some sound healing for myself. Keep hydrated, rest well. Yes, you too, you too. Is it possible for Tanya to change her campus to Mumbai? Yes, it looks like it's a bit of a challenge, but it does look like there's a possibility there. Info Entertainment, you should join on the manifestation stream. I'm going to do a live manifestation spell. I'm going to do a spell live, and I'm going to put everyone's intentions into it. So if you just want general abundance, general good luck, you don't have to send me your intentions. But if you do send me your intentions, I will put them into the spell for you. And I will not tell anyone. So we have release, things that we want to release first, and then things that we want to manifest and bring in. So release could be things like debt, a job that you don't like anymore, whatever it is that you want to release. And then the thing you want to bring in, you want to pass this interview, you want to, whatever it is. Whatever your desire financially is, you want to work for yourself, you want to earn a certain amount, you want to manifest a certain amount. Yes, it'll be a live spell on the 1st of July. So if you can make it, please do. It would be great because it's specifically about abundance and money and finances. It's really centered around that. So we're not wishing for anything else. It's all centered around finances. Thank you so much, Venus. Sorry that I had to leave. Normally I hear my questions always. No, it's absolutely fine. I completely understand. I completely understand. I understand people having to leave. I understand people not, going out and coming in. And things like that. Anita, will Ranujoy marry me? Oh, sorry, Miss Venus. If I asked about the wrong person, I'm very sorry. Anita, okay. So, what is your actual question, Anita? Anita, what's your actual question? I'm really happy to answer your question. You're new. I would love to answer a question for you. We'll just wait on Anita and then we will go. Thank you and take care. Bye for now. Bye, Watch Geeks. I'm really, really rooting for you. I can't wait to hear about what happens. Jan, my final question got skipped. It was said out loud but not answered. Yeah, I'm really, really trying to wind down. I should have been gone 5 minutes ago. There was just a load of questions. Let me see where it is. Does Caden need a push to confess? Is there anything in the ball sees that I can do to help push things along? Not necessarily, because there are a lot of possibilities of reconciliation along the path, like I said, and the things that are required of you really is like that subtle kind of jealousy is good. It is a push. It is a trigger. Don't do anything too too bad that make him too jealous. But also that kind of like attentiveness, trying to be really, really like present in the moment when he's talking. Try to be kind of like appreciative and complimentary, if that makes sense. Really kind of, I know that I described it like stepping on eggshells, but really trying to be as considerate as possible, just so that, because when there's like a bit of a break that happens or something like that, it doesn't, because there's so many possibilities set on your path, argument doesn't prevent the reconciliation, but it can push it back. Or say like there was a possibility in a week's time and then you have this argument, that possibility will then go and then we move up to the next possibility. So I think it's really about trying to keep that connection very, very balanced and not negative at all, and also being very attentive. Let him come around in his own time, even though I know his own time is so it's so long. Well, it doesn't have to be. It literally could be tomorrow. But he does seem to be taking quite a while. Okay, so I think Anita is not here anymore, because I said that I would just finish by answering Anita's questions since Anita is new, but I don't think she's here anymore. Miss Venus says thank you so much. You're amazing, Miss Venus. And you please take care of yourself as well. Absolutely the same back to you guys. Magha, you are very, very welcome. It's really, really nice to meet new people, and I really, really hope that you come back. Aries, did you see that my dad will either say he loves me for the first time, either sometime? Yes, this year I do see that. Yes, do you have a question, Anita? Do you have a question? If you have a question, I'm going to answer it since you're new, and then we are going to wind down. And I do apologise for everyone who didn't get a question answered. Yes, I know, but what's your question, Anita? I don't know what your question is. If it's there, I don't see it. If you've written it, I don't see it. It does happen sometimes. If you can just retype your question. Then I will answer, and then we will go. But yes, I really apologise if your question didn't get answered. I tend to do longer streams than this now, but I have to finish fully on sake at the moment. So if I missed you, I am very sorry. But I do this weekly, so you're always welcome to come. I do it weekly. I listened to it. I don't know. I can't see it. It's not there for me. Could you just retype it, please? If you could just retype it, I will do the question. I can see your date of birth. You're very welcome, Jasmine. I'm really, really happy that you're here. I'm really happy that you're here. I did see that your account was gone. And I did worry a little bit, so I'm really glad that you're still here. I worried I was going to reply to you, I think, about like the aura photo or something. I checked your account and you weren't there. So I'm so, so glad that you are here and that you're not just completely gone. That's for Jasmine. So, so glad. Okay, that's fine. You're very, very welcome, Anissa. You're always welcome. Do check out the upcoming streams. Starseed reading, if you feel like you're a starseed. Past life reading, if you would like to know about your past life. Manifesting, a full group spell. Group manifesting spell. A group abundance spell. Another tarot on the 6th. So we have another tarot. We have another tarot in 2 weeks. But it will be weekly from then. So it'll be weekly from the next stream. Okay, guys. So yes, it'll be more often. And then we have the love spell as well. We have a love spell at the end of next month. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy meeting you. And I really do apologise if I know a few of you asked quite a few questions, and some of them didn't get answered towards the end. I do know that. Some of it is YouTube's fault. Some of it is just because I really need to wind down. I really need to go. But yes, I really love connecting with you all. Jasmine, I'm so happy that you're here. Really, I am. Miss Venus, it's really lovely to see you. And everyone. Jan, I love that you're always here. Sid, I'm really, really wishing you healing for your migraine. I'm so sorry. Megha, I'm really, really happy to have a new connection come. All of the new people, I'm so, so grateful. Please do stay and come back for all the other streams. Yes, look out for the other streams. Look on my community tab. I post a lot of updates on the community tab. I have priority lists for the other streams on the community tab, so check it out if you would like any of those other readings that I mentioned. Do you want to know your past life? Do you want to know which starseed origin you are? Comment on those posts and you will be prioritized for that. Love, light and blessings to each of you. If I did not say your name, I still love you just as much. I'm so, so grateful and happy to connect with all of you. You're all just so amazing. You're such amazing souls. I'm so glad to be a positive part of your spiritual journey. And I really hope to see you again. Love, light and blessings, as always, to each of you.